Assalamualaikum. Bismillah. Good morning. Uh, if I'm pronounced wrongly, please advise me. Sawadee-krap yin di tongrap. Your Excellencies, Your Honorable Judges, and distinguished members of the Judiciary, esteemed speakers, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. We are very deeply honored by the presence of our distinguished VVIPs and honored guests in today's event. We would like to welcome my dearest friend, the Honorable Justice Dato Nordin bin Hassan, a judge of the Federal Court of Malaysia, Dr. Adit Khoirarat, founding president of Rangsit University, former Vice President of the Parliament of Thailand, and former Speaker of the House of Representatives of Thailand. His Excellency Dato Wan Zaidi Wan Abdullah, our Ambassador of Malaysia to the Kingdom of Thailand, Mr. C.Y. Chia, Chairman of the International Strategy Institute, ISI, the Honorable Mr. Wandik Kritikut, President Justice of the Supreme Court of Thailand, and Professor Wicha Mahakun, Dean of the School of Law, Rangsit University, and lastly, Datuk Sri Dr. Muhammad Nizam Sairi, Honorary Advisor of the International Strategic Institute, ISI. It seems their presence this morning reflects the importance of this forum and our shared commitments towards strengthening judiciary integrity, institutional resilience, and regional cooperation across Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the International Strategy Institute, ISI, it is my great honor to welcome all of you to the World Judiciary Integrity Forum 2026 here at Rangsit University in Bangkok. At the outset, allow me to express my and ISI's sincere appreciation to Rangsit University for its strong partnership and invaluable support as a co-host of this year's forum. Their commitment and our long partnership have been instrumental in bringing together this distinguished gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, we are particularly pleased to convene this forum in Thailand, a close neighbor of Malaysia and an important regional partner. More importantly, it reflects the purpose of WJIF to bring together diverse legal systems across Asia on a common platform for dialogue, exchange, and collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this forum, Justice, Reform, and Resilience towards a global legal future, reflects the realities facing judicial institutions today. Across the region, courts are adapting to new expectations, increasing case complexity, growing cross-border interactions, and rising demand for efficiency and accessibility. At the same time, developments such as digitalization and technological advancements are reshaping how legal systems operate. Different jurisdictions are approaching these changes in different ways. Some are focusing on strengthening institutional frameworks, others on improving access to justice, and others on enhancing commercial dispute resolution. Ladies and gentlemen, this diversity is not a challenge. It is precisely why a platform like this is important. This forum is not about prescribing a single model. It's about creating a space where experience can be shared, challenges can be discussed openly, and practical solutions can be explored collectively. Ladies and gentlemen, but one must always we have to remember. One principle that lies at the very heart of justice is to have a fair and functioning society. In legal maxims, justice must not only be done, but it must also be seen to be done, must always be adhered and protected. This phrase, originating from the landmark English case R versus Sussex Justices ex parte McCarthy 1924, is more than just a legal maxim. It is a reminder that justice is not only about outcomes, but also about public confidence in the system that delivers those outcomes. At its core, justice demands fairness, impartiality, and integrity. Courts are expected to decide cases based solely on evidence and law, free from bias and external influence. However, even when justice is carried out correctly behind closed doors, it risks losing legitimacy if the public perceives it otherwise. In today's modern world, the principle is more relevant than ever. With the rise of social media and instant communication, public perceptions can be shaped rapidly. Courts must therefore balance transparency with responsibility, ensuring that justice is visible without being distorted by misinformation and sensationalism. However, we must also acknowledge the challenges and changes. Complete transparency is not always possible. Certain cases, such as those involving internal security, minors, or sensitive information, requires confidentiality. In such situations, the systems must strive to maintain trust by providing clear reasons for any limitations or openness. Ultimately, this principle teaches us that justice is not just a legal obligation, it is a public institution built on trust. Without that trust, even the most careful decisions can be doubted, resisted, or rejected. Therefore, where justice needs to be seen, how then justice can be balanced and be compromised with the future reform and advanced systems and artificial intelligence, AI. Ladies and gentlemen, over the course of today's sessions, we will examine key areas including judicial independence and accountability, digital transformations of courts, commercial and insolvency framework, and cross-border judicial cooperation. These are real and pressing issues that directly affect how courts function, how disputes are resolved, and how confidence in the legal system is maintained. As a dependent institute based in Malaysia, ISI remains committed to facilitating meaningful dialogues on governance, institutional integrity, and public development. With WJIF 2026, we are honored to extend this effort into the judicial sphere, bringing together distinguished participants from across the region to contribute to this important conversation. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all our distinguished panelists and participants, and also the Secretariat for ensuring this forum a success. Your presence here reflects a shared commitment to strengthening judicial systems and advancing integrity across jurisdictions. Ladies and gentlemen, the success of this forum will not be measured solely by today's discussion, but by how these conversations continued beyond this platform within your respective institution and jurisdiction. Judicial integrity is not achieved through a single innovative or initiative. It requires continuous effort, discipline, and collaboration. With that, I wish all of you a productive and meaningful forum. Thank you and have a success sessions. And in Thailand language, I would say, Kop kan, Kop kan, Kop kan, Kop kan, Kam Kam Krap, Ho Hai Ngan, Ni Frog Sop, One Sun Red. Thank you very much.